The Air Force desires to deliver almost 3 dozen F-22 Raptors and early retirement on the way to reallocate finances bucks in the direction of the stealth fighter's Destiny replacement, in keeping with its 2024 price range request. The Raptors are early fashions that aren't even able to combat, and the Air Force argues it'd be too highly priced to trouble making them combat ready. If Congress permits it, the carrier will mothball 32 of its 185 F-22s, jets which are much less than 30 years old. Those planes price the Air Force $485 million at 12 months to operate, or about $15 million at 12 months each. What's more, the planes are early version manufacturing jets, referred to as Block 20 jets, that have been constructed as schooling aircraft, and aren't sincerely combat capable. The F-22 Raptor became evolved with inside the past due 80s and early 1990s as a substitute for the F-15 Eagle. The F-22 turned into the world's first fifth-era fighter jet, constructed from the floor up with stealth as a key feature. The Air Force initially delivered it to construct 750 F-22s, however the stop of the Cold War left the carrier without an adversary air pressure to contend with. The U.S. authorities endured to lower the quantity of F-22s. In 2008, squeezed by way of means of international monetary disaster and wars in Afghanistan and Iraq, it made the choice to stop manufacturing at 187 operational planes. The Air Force may also have ended up with 187 Raptors, however that doesn't imply it ended up with 187 preventing Raptors. The carrier usually meant to construct a large quantity of F-22s to a much less complicated Block 20 standard, schooling planes that have been incapable of real global airfight. Unfortunately, because the wide variety of Raptors became reduced by a way of means of extra than half, the Block 20 jets made up a bigger range of the general fleet than at the start supposed. Although the Air Force obtained 187 Raptors, 74 have been constructed to the Block 10/20th standard, incapable of fight, whilst 112 are so referred to as Block 30 and Block 35, fight-coded, jets, completely fight-ready. In the remaining 15 years, the arena has grown extra complicated. Relations with each China and Russia have deteriorated, whilst on the equal time, each nations have evolved fifth-era warring parties to compete with the F-22. China on my own has 200 Chengdu J-20 fighter jets, with some other fifth-era jet, the J-31, at the way. In response, the Air Force is growing a substitute for the F-22, Next Generation Air Dominance, NGAD, a sixth-era fighter that have to input carrier with inside the past due 2020s. The Air Force might alternatively retire jets that can't fight, rolling the $485 million, or $4 billion over 5 years, into growing the F-22's successor. NGAD could be extraordinarily expensive, with the Air Force admitting every fighter will fee loads of hundreds of thousands of dollars. The Air Force additionally needs as a minimum 200 NGADs. Congress has different ideas. In 2023, the House Armed Services Committee desired the Air Force to improve the one's 32 Block 20 jets to a combat-coded standard, something the Air Force says might price $1 billion. That didn't happen. However, the Air Force wasn't capable of remove the planes either. Now, it's over again urgent its case to remove planes. It likely doesn't make a good deal feel to spend $1 billion to make 32 jets combat ready, simply to retire them inside 5 or 6 years. In a great world, the Air Force ought to manage to pay for to each improve its F-22s and expand the NGAD fighter jet. But with inside the actual world, the carrier should make difficult decisions.